And we're back. I modified my setup a bit, like now I can put this thing in front. So, which is useful for doing transitions, I suppose. Maybe? Yeah. So, that's nice. And let's continue. So, we're busy making our own type errors in case someone didn't approve. I think I'm not gonna do this actually. Just keep it simple. Well, actually this shouldn't be too hard to do. Well, I think we already did most of the setup. And oh, by the way, I found this channel on YouTube which is like creator music, so this will not get copy striked. I'm gonna make it a bit softer. Nice. I can't hear my own thoughts. Anyway, so like that's this channel. Let's show it. Where do I have it? Right. So it's like music for content creators, which is not copy striked or anything. Because like the previous stream, it was indeed muted for a bit, and I kind of want to build up a backlog. So yeah, it's kind of because you know people go watch live streams a lot, but if you can put your stuff on YouTube, it tends to be like several orders of magnitude more people that watch that. And well, the reason is sort of simple for that, because a live stream is live. People just don't have the time to be always online and follow you, so like using YouTube is very sensible in my opinion. And yes, stream is good. So yeah, like one of the streamers, DDR Jake, he actually calls them YouTube scrubs, but in reality they are Legion, right? So let's see what we have here. So this is another case of so actually line 0. Right, maybe these are the same. Plus this one together. Right, so the polymorphism doesn't match up for some reason. But what to do is line 0. So you're supported. Fine. Ambiguity for text time. Right, so
the real deep down you is the whole universe.
actually let's actually do something simpler, because we have here fall through, right? So what if we just say Okay, if you're a supported lang, then you have to be equal to lang. Which is true for English, English, Dutch, Dutch. But any other type wouldn't be like that. So we actually fixed this now. Because, yeah, we don't need this anymore. Because of the equality. So if you're Dutch, you're Dutch. If you're English, you're English. But if you're anything else like text, you will be English, so you won't pass this constraint. And this is way simpler. You should be able to figure this out. Well, I will be able to figure this out. But delete a bunch of code, right? Like, well, the type error would be less. Nice. There won't be a custom error. That's fine. Let's just make it work first, and then worry about making it very ergonomic. I think it's already pretty freaking ergonomic. Like last time I had the last time I had type error on it, and it just said, okay, you need to translate this and you need to translate that, and I was like, oh, cool. It just tells me what to do. That's fine. So the microphone will arrive tomorrow. I'm expecting to do a bit of fear by the streamer with it. I hope it will improve the sound a bunch. Like it cost me €200 to buy it, which is a sizable amount. But well, if I will be doing this a lot, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Besides, I just own the hardware, right? So it says it's ambiguous because it's not in the That's a good point. So the issue is we are lifting the language out of the monadic context, but we don't. And then we're using this concrete type to pull it out, right? And to go back to this. And now it's saying like, okay, because you're not using it in here, I don't know what this lang is, so it's ambiguous. We can well allow ambiguous types. Just say it's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm not sure if it's fine. I think we need to nail it down in a function. So that will be this function. So I need to put yeah, that's actually a bit of a problem. Maybe I need to do it ambiguously. I don't think it will be a problem if it's ambiguous. Maybe we'll move this to a separate module and then allow it ambiguously. I think it will be fine. Because it's becoming a fair bit of stuff. Yeah, let's just copy this module. Line. Maybe we call it no, that's fine. No, we just delete everything. This is my template system. I just copy shit and that. It works pretty nicely actually. It's also because I can switch very rapidly between files. I have several methods for this. First of all is the render thing, which is just built into Emacs. Secondly, I can use projectile, so that has like an index of the entire Git repository, and all the red stuff is not opened yet. Then there's also the buffer mechanism, and this is just over entire Emacs. But I want to take some space here. Actually, we don't need this anymore. Close it. Right. I'm realizing I have a lot of keystrokes after each other, but that's fine. We don't need that. We don't need to worry about that. Actually, DOM is used, so let's fix this. I always I always have the warnings turn into errors because I want to keep my code base clean. But actually, this should be done by an IDE, and I should really look into it. I had Haskell IDE engine running before. The problem is it doesn't really work with Nixos and Nix projects. It works globally over your entire desktop environment. And I firmly believe that that's not a good way of doing projects. So I had this like hack inside Emacs that would open up the IDE engine inside a project. But yeah, I gave up on it because Elapse is pretty hard. It's the opposite of Haskell, right? Like Haskell, you just do stuff and stuff works because the compiler will tell you if it works. But in Ellipse, you have to test everything. It's just so, well, just slow, really. Oh, kind. It's kind. Right, we got rid of that. Actually, I like this music. It fell in dramatic. Has some, what do you call? I know, we'll just, maybe, I like to have, yeah, let's do it like this. But, we don't really need this. So this will compile because this is not built in by anything. And we'll fix that. Don't you worry. Buddy. Hey, why is it built in by anything? Maybe it's like the last final step or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just do ambiguous types. That's fine. So Haskell unfortunately doesn't get rid of these. I think we need these. I would like a warning for that in used languages. It doesn't really mind. So now we can get rid of the prime too. Just a separate module, we can pretend it. I just realized how many fucking keys I press while I'm programming on stuff now, because it's like it's added to here. It's a fair bit. Run n times. Didn't I? Oh, maybe I used it. Why do you need to get interior keys? Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate we can't play Polyphia. It's my favorite hacking music, but yeah. So like a part of it was copyrighted by Twitch, and yeah, I've been thinking about making a monkey wrench for that too, but it's hard. Like, it should be rather trivial to create some confounded sound to fuck up the detection mechanism, but yeah, I'm not even sure that it's like legally necessary for them to do it, but they're just like really cautious with the music industry. Because like technically this is fair use, right? You're making new content in combination with other content. But whatever, like I'm not a lawyer. Doesn't know about trends. Didn't I copy it from this? What the hell? Let's look at the DSL, I suppose. TVSL something. I want to rename this to signal. Yeah. I already used it. Here too. Oh. So I just did a training, that's why I'm a bit winded. Right. Oh. Not really many people online, so I can make it smaller. So some things I can't really do with the keyboard, and one of the things is, well, I suppose I could just type. That's a good way to go down. Actually, that's a way better way of going down. I've been scrolling like a clap. Yeah, maybe we should be doing this like this. It's a bit ugly. Right. So now, that's why I couldn't find trends, because that's fine. What? What happened? What am I doing? Oh, actually, I can look. So I use these all the time, right? So actually, like, this is only once I get this working, we will be doing a lot of refactoring, which is very mechanical. I misspelled it.
Goodbye.
So now it doesn't care about lang anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Goodbye.
Let's delete this first. See how it's complaining about this. So there should be a time text, if not, but yeah, so one of the important things about the music is that it should be instrumental and not have any voices in it, because I get so distracted by that. And like usually the record labels really care about, you know, people that sing, but I don't really care. I care about music part of music. It's really the shouting. Why? So why isn't it not working? Lang is Langding, which is that empty language. Messages. What's she saying? Let's look at let's actually just make some type variables. I think this is going wrong. What's the type of this? This is type of maybe we should make lenses. Sense stuff. Can't even do plain Haskell. What the hell, man? I'm pretty sure I misspelled this. Actually, the other one is also flipped, so let's fix it. Oh, it's code type variables. Oh, we left it. Nice. So we just like make things easy to understand by adding more type signatures. This is something I do all the time, because like I'm not that good at Haskell, really. I'm just good at figuring out types and reading compiler messages. So yeah, you have people that can, you know, right. So and then the Schmetz filler guy are like, now you see the pattern, right? Like we have semi here in a dynamic T. We can apply it to this. So these arguments get filled, and we are only left with fun. And then we use this fun to fill up this argument, which promises a text. And that's the idea. But like something to keep in mind is that this this text is actually for where do I have the INT? This one, yeah. So if we have an empty one, it's always text as a final argument, but we don't know it at this point yet. And if it's just a known symbol, if the template is just a known symbol, we also know it's text. So in this case, right? Like it doesn't add any things in negative. So in both of those cases, it will be it in here. So we get this dynamic that's just it, text to text. And out of this we get text. In that case. In the other cases, user needs to do stuff here to get out the text. And they would know when they have the text, I believe. Because they know at the call side they know the stuff that's in negative here. But the only annoying part is that they have to add this final texting. But yeah, that's fine. Right, I did this. I shouldn't do that. And this file, this mega file, is like important by almost everything. We can actually do a full project search for this. You can see it's just imported by like everything. And like, for example, this form stuff, I want to be able to upstream this, and currently I can't. So what I mean is like I'm gonna make my own little reflex library, because there's just not really that much stuff out there about reflex. I'll just make my own. I tried upstreaming some stuff, but it's kind of annoying. Like they take ages to respond to my own, and then they can pick and choose from that if they want anything. But yeah. Let's be good music. Right, so we should not misspell things. Yeah, I'm not gonna be good at spelling, but at least the type system forces me to be consistent. And now, if I'm programming in a language like JavaScript or Python, I really encounter it quite oftenly that just runtime stuff doesn't work because I can't spell, which is immensely frustrating. Like, it shouldn't cost any time, and if I find it out like this, it's like barely anything. But if I find it out through runtime testing, it's just annoying. Like, it will usually be like 10 minutes or something, right? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, and I really like the fact you can easily rename stuff. Because I'm never happy with names. Always will rename stuff. Actually, I have some powerful tools for this. Maybe we see that later. I want to use it now. Cell length. Okay, let's dumb it even down. Let's dumb it down even further. We're gonna say yeah. Now we're gonna fmap again. So this is like a way you can actually do Haskell in a, what do you call it? Incremental manner. Just keep on dumbing down things. And this is great, right? Yeah, languages. Languaging. Yeah, it's global, so can't do that. Language. Sure. So you see what I'm doing, right? Like, actually doing this in sequence is the same as composing. Actually, fmap and compose are the same, kind of. Can I show this? GHC? I think I have GHC. Let's do it. Maybe I'll do a quick water break. So, misspelled it again. Great. Gesundheit. So yeah, I was getting a headache because I didn't drink enough water. Actually, not really water, it's like soda water. But I'm addicted to that stuff. Turns out if you drink water without sugar and with some carbon dioxide in it, it tastes fucking great. I don't know why. Apparently high flavor. That is with coffee and soda water. That's it. It's my life, man. Coffee and soda water. Does it compile? Of course not. That would be crazy. Right, that's a problem. We need to give it lungs. It's fucking obnoxious. Make that biting out of it. So the difference between let and where is that you can do this. And the reason this works is because actually the where is in the global scope and this actually is just magic before I can do it. The rocket. Yeah, so it's like a syntactical transformation, I suppose. But I don't care about it because I'm an imperative programmer, so I'll do this. Yeah. Like people like to do functional programming in Haskell. I don't really care about it. Tell me your dreams. And so yeah, we can see it doesn't like a cell line. Couldn't match expected type. Lang. Languages. Proxy sim. Fun. With actual type dynamic T proxy sim. I didn't get this. Why doesn't it pick up on lines? Right, so this may actually look out of order, but it's not. Because let bindings are value recursive. And what this means is it just looks at this and then it will look in its entire function environment for whatever fit. Because Haskell's lazy, remember? So that's fine actually. That's not what it's complaining about. It's complaining about something else it doesn't like. It doesn't like fun, maybe. How you know? Oh! Oh no! We still have the wrong... Shout out, chat. It's out of order again. So we actually need to do a select line. And now it works. Yeah, I'm pretty blind. But the orders were also wrong, right? And because it's polymorphic, it doesn't care. This is like one of my gripes with Reflex. They have these... Actually, this monad stack like this is way more flexible than anything else. But it's also really hard to understand error messages with it. Because just like we'll do like, oh, I can fix it like adding a reader environment, and you're like, okay, I suppose. Yeah. I just like in the blog post I just ignore it. Because I don't want to explain it. Now it's complaining about arguments. Now! It's amazing. It could it accepted 4, but like 2, that's too few. What are you doing? I mean 3, that's too many. 4 okay, but 3? No, that's too many. What the hell? Yeah, so waiting on the compiler, like always. So the reason I'm looking over there is because I have the big screen. But sometimes it flashes black for some reason. Presumably because it's not built for standing desks. Such a shame. Does this work? Like, it would be really nice if it worked. Well, this doesn't work, but... Blah blah blah. Yeah. But we have the spells for it, right? This. maybe in memory? No. 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 I think I can just smash this together. And go to goal. And we had it over here. Over this stuff. So what this does is we map over a dynamic, then select the head of the dynamic, and then make the first letter be capital case, which is super important. Actually, it's like it was. It's just me being lazy, not wanting to have to deal with capital letters. So some other thing I could do is add a dot to every sentence, but that doesn't always work. But this always works. Like it always looks good if the first word is capitalized. People wouldn't complain about it. And it just looks better. Cannot construct infinite type. Oh right, it's the wrong way around. So we need to do. Right, I was thinking about it before I did this. Because this will have fun, right? This will be of type fun. We can see it here clearly. Like it will first be a proxy sim to fun, and then we add a proxy sim to it. So we are left with fun. It will be dynamic key fun, and then we use the magics, which is the user applied function of fun to text, which the user can always do. So what this little stuff is doing is reading language from the environment. Because it's read from the environment, we don't need to pass down language every time. It's just it's just a dynamic in the environment. So we don't need to deal with language at all in the entire app. Which is not really part of the library at all. But I intend to upstream maybe that too. I don't know how useful that is. Maybe you should just blog about it, because like it's more technique kind of thing than anything else. It's not really a library. This is an entire little DSL. So Dev Dutch. What's this? I think I have to do it properly, which is unfortunate. It may not be a big deal. We'll see. maybe we should just get rid of the polymorphism in language at all. Yeah, we can try that. Keep it constant. It will be a lot less work than having to do the entire environment. Because then I need to type variable to this. Annoying. Like, it's a bit of a phantom type or something. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it is. And like this is actually the better solution, but it's and like not necessary right now. It's just a lot of work for not really much gain because I want to get rid of it anyway. So that's like, but I don't want to get rid of it right now because it would be like I want to experiment with this first, right? Like I just want to test this, and then once I have replaced most stuff with this way of doing things, I can yeah, I can just delete this all in one go and change this to just a tag. That's fine. Yeah, so technically, no, it's not. So we're doing something very similar, right? You see it. You're just going from this large message. That was the old bit. Just this ADT. All the messages of the app are in here. You can see how far we are jumping. Let's see. Yeah, so it's 220 messages. If you look at here, this is the line number. 25, 240. It's not important, so I don't care. What I wanted to do was get rid of this. So this probably makes more sense. Which is I don't know why I'm do this in the first place. This is okay, if you're supported sim and a supported fun, you can be used by this function. And for this. And because we put the bound on both, they can interact. So I can call this sim fun thing from this function because they both have the same constraint. Anyway, oh, we don't need to do this. Cool. I learned things. I've become faster. Hooray! A little bit every day. I probably need constraint kinds. Maybe. Just gonna complain about it. Can I get rid of this? Can get rid of the entire type. I don't know why I wanted to do that. Maybe I was in the mood. Yeah, it's quite often the case that I look back and ask myself, why did I even bother with that? I can say that. It's fine. Hmm. Yeah, the music's really good. Wouldn't expect it for. Well, I suppose similar to open source, right? Good stuff for free. You can get rid of this now. Oh, cool! Like, so once you get to the error warnings, you know that the type stuff is fine. But I wanna get rid of some. Let me get GPTs. Let's not delete too many at once. Oh, I need to make this faster too. Yeah. So what it actually should do is like just keep a shell open, I suppose, and send messages to the shell. That's how hard is that to do? You probably should use Tmx for that. I've been interested in Tmx before. So Nixos has some Tmx stuff, which is great. Welcome to Nixos. It's gotta read code. So what we're doing here is just like, what I want to do is just open two shells, one for the GHC.js and the other one for GHC, and just send the build command in like a batch kind of way. So that's not this, right? Because I just want to open a Tmx session. Like, once I do file watch, I want to. Oh, I know why. I'm hearing stuff. Anyway, I want to open up a couple of Tmx sessions and then run the Nix shell in there and then send commands to those Nix shells. This, like, I tried doing that before in Haskell and it's like kind of hard. So maybe I should just use this, but I don't really know how. Window name and shell command are the name of the shell command to execute the initial window. Okay, what? So like my idea is that I use this window name thing, and if it's the same, then it would just batch it maybe. So another problem with this kind of approach is that You don't know when it's finished. Maybe it sends a signal or something. So the reason I want to use Tmax too is that I can inspect the sessions and see what's going on. If I would hack this together in Haskell, then yeah, stuff like that becomes hard. That's actually like the big benefit of Tmax, right? You can inspect your jobs. Like technically, of course, i3 is better, but these default terminal emulators don't really have a good API. So I'm like, maybe Tmax. Maybe. What's a group name? Okay. Instead of Windows. But you can like make little control groups, I suppose. It doesn't really say what happens if it's the same name. Well, maybe we should just try it. I would really like it if it's faster. But yeah. We'll look again at it. Once you got it compiling again. Well, actually, we'll start immediately. But need to know the 27. Right, so I fucked up the that printer module is one of the things I shouldn't have ever. You know, it's contravariant functor, right? It's great printer. I wonder if this is also a contravariant functor. I mean, I suppose it all goes to text and eventually to monad, but well, yeah, like this is contravariant functor. But what I mean to say is that this is not. M-unit side effect. They would call it side effect, right? But it's not really side effect. It's just put something on the DOM. What's it the side effects? God, they start singing. Let's kill it. Oh, we don't need to be ambiguous anymore, right? No, cool. Right, we just did this. Awesome. So I think we're there now. Yeah. Okay, it compiles. Good. Only a couple of hours. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway. So the first thing we want to do is if just constrain holes, we can make it more simple. So this is texting. probably want to influence these. Earlier than the other one. Type application, right? So if you're just a text, and you don't have a changing message, which is like 9 out of 10 times the case, you just want to put out a string, it can give you a really nice API. With some type of ambiguity, I suppose. And if you just text with arguments, we can also give you a nice API. But let's do this one first. It's easier. Text star. Yeah, let's do that. Arg text. Or make them all start with text. Text arg. Yeah, text arg. Yeah, I wanna flip that other one too. But not today. I mean, not right now. Yeah, we all start with text. And so usually it's a kind of a better idea to do this kind of overloading, but I don't even know what. Just some constraints. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No need for types. So what you can do with this is like well, we'll see you soon. Like it's just, and it will work, right? It's always the same. Cool. Yeah. So constant, blah blah blah. Proxy, whatever. And yeah, I suppose this will be optimized to shit by a GC, but that's fine. And this one is a bit more. Yeah, we need to have a function to make this work. This is a bit of an eyesore, but I don't know what to do about it. You know, it's always gonna be it, right? Like, it's stupid. Ugh. Right, I don't know how to prove this properly. But it's like always gonna be it. I mean, it needs to be fun. Good code, man. I suppose this could actually be okay, let's well, this needs to compile first, but I don't think I did anything insane. Right, this needs to be ambiguous, that's fine. Need to be ambiguous too. I want to isolate these two. Maybe. Yeah. This. So, actually, the stuff I'm building here I can't really upstream because of this thing. If I would have figured this out properly instead of getting rid of it, but I didn't, so oh well. We need to do baby steps. Like, I'm really overstretched with making this actually. I shouldn't be doing this, but I wanna get rid of this. Like I've wanted to make this thing for half a year now, I think. So let's just bite through it. Just power through, right? It's one of my podcasts, Strata Theory. They always power through it. Every podcast. It's amazing. Oh, we just need to power through it, right? Yeah, we need to power through it. Okay, gonna be fine. Oh no, the podcast is not called Strategy. Like the guy from the Strategy blog is doing the podcast. Exponent, I believe. Let's see if we can delete it. We need to import the other thing. Oh, actually, it's yeah. So in that podcast, yeah, what's power through it? It's about business stuff, really. It's strange because I really enjoy that kind of stuff. It's about like the strategy behind businesses, not really short-term gains and stuff, but like really thinking through and like building up a good value chain and stuff like that. Kind of like Rimworld or Minecraft, I suppose. It's like resource management, right? You need to do stuff that's like profitable and has like high margins. Well, how do you do that in a consistent manner? It's hard. Or is it just fun? Okay. I suppose you're a fun guy. What the hell? It's also called like allow? Yeah. We all, the other stuff are just like extensions, but this is just, we allow it. It's not really an extension, it's just, well, you're doing something wrong, but we'll allow it. That's horrible. Why isn't it called ambiguous types? Why is it allow? It's also not called overlapping instances. Like, it's not called allow overlapping instances, it's called overlapping instances. Even though it's really bad. Oh, I saw a talk about it. It was like amazing. They did all this stuff with instances. Just like looking up the edge and see how it change your program and stuff like that. It's cool. Type classes are this thing that make Haskell Haskell. It's a bit of a hack, but it's beautiful. Its own way. Like it gets entirely de-sugared, right? You don't need it. Use records. It's like implicits for Scala. People get so angry. Will get so angry if I say that. Yeah, type classes are like implicits, except less powerful. Just true. Can't de-sugar implicits. Resolve. I did allow ambiguous types. What are you talking about? What the hell? Oh, I should. What? What happened? Didn't I save? What the hell? I shouldn't say that. I'm a PG. What are they called in America? I'm a family friendly yuppie. Like PewDiePie. Family friendly yuppie. Family friendly yuppie. Family friendly yuppie. I love management. Yeah, family friendly Haskell, I suppose. We can stare at arrows with everyone. Actually, like I was reading the arrow paper. Yeah, like generalizing monads to arrows, and like the ideas. I believe I missed them before. And setting up pipelines. Like being able to choose not to apply or to apply over a tuple. That's what they do. But I have ambiguous types. I didn't delete it in line. Okay. Of course. Horse is a horse, of course, of course. Is it this? Is it this two? Are these two? I thought it was the other one. No, it has a proxy, okay. Right. Let's go on to refactoring. If we get this to compile one day. One day. Well, I've only been working on this for like 6 hours or something. Maybe longer. Probably longer. This is why few people write libraries. What am I talking about? Yeah, no. Documentation is such a lie. This is why documentation lies. People just copy over stuff without thinking. You're lying! Didn't I import it? Or maybe I was like, maybe I started talking or something. Let's do it again. Oh, by the way, do that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I know, it needs to do, like, have the extension, I suppose. Oh, that's annoying. I thought I fixed that. Stupid. It got worse! What the hell? Oh well. It really wants to have type application. Maybe you shouldn't make this. Yeah, it should just read it. So I have these like default imports, which just make things easier. And then I have this formatter thing to make things nice and pristine. Which is great because then I don't have to think about formatting too much. But like sometimes it just fucks up things pretty badly. Like it really doesn't like to do lenses. It hates those. Which is like lenses. Just make this weird one-liner of it. But you should put the ampersands below each other, then it will be setting properties. Maybe I should advertise my stream more. And people will watch. I can just talk into darkness. Walk into the abyss. Oh, that's what's going on, right. Maybe we should set up a Tmax thing so it will go faster. So the difference with the Tmax thing would be that compilation speed would be faster, but it's just that it doesn't have to enter the shell every time, which is what it's doing now. And although it's like nice to have everything download everything automatically for your project, it's well, you can see it, right? Well, like normally it will go faster, but now with OBS on, which is just such a drain on resources. Look at this, all the OBS stuff. It's like, oh, just grab 10% of my CPU, all of them, all these things. Oh my god. And then you have the Haskell compiler, of course, there, like, doing its thing. Oh my god, it's doing 250%. What the fuck? I want to throttle it. How do we throttle things in the internet? Matzo pie? Oh. I want to simulate it. Nice. Well, maybe I should run OBS with nice and it will be like less important. I wonder if it like would affect the bitrate or something. Maybe you could get like less CPU usage if you just like lower the bandwidth or something. What does red mean? Is it bad? No, I'm green. Why does it show red here and there green? Weird. Weird. That's my phone. Wait for a second. Let's put up Psycha again. What have I done? We're back. Oh, okay, we're back. That was a quick break. Just look at my phone. It was all. There was nothing on it. It said it had something, but it just lied. I don't know why it does that. It hates me. But that's fine. Why? This makes no sense. What? What is the TSDL? Did I flip it? No. It's text Argdyne, of course. What? What? Okay, let's just copy it. I can't type. Alright, so like TS coding. TS coding? Is it called TS coding? I think I subscribed yesterday to them. Let's look at it. So TS coding, this guy. TS coding. TS coding. Yeah. Well, he uses Emacs too, but he has like quite a different setup for me because he uses Emacs internal window manager to navigate screens. Even though he uses i3, which is amazing, like he has the superior window manager and then chooses to use the Emacs thing in favor of it, which like completely eradicates the need for i3. Anyway, yeah, so I wanted to say that for some reason. Oh, he was doing C yesterday, it's kind of entertaining. Well, I had a hangover yesterday, so it's like watching other people. See what they do. Right, so actually the way to do this is go down, because then you get line numbers. If you have line numbers, you have power. You just type in the line numbers and then delete without thinking. It's just the best way, I think. So no thoughts going on at all. And fixing programs, of course. Oh, lens too. Oh, we don't even use lens. Actually, we should use the prelude thing. Here. I don't think we're using lens here either. The hell? Oh, we're using it to view. I made a prelude. Do we have it? Maybe you don't have it. Prelude? You misspell it. Yeah, it's saying it exists. It just doesn't want to show me. We should like projectile cache. Validate. Nice. Okay, now prelude. Ah, there you go. Maybe I'll make like a project prelude instead. It's just front end. Yeah. Because this is common. I don't know. It sounds like work. I don't want to do work right now. I just want to hack. Oh, I think we have success, boys and girls. So what this entails is that. What? Tag. What the fuck's tag? Oh, in language. I'll just rename it, I suppose. Actually, I should have done it immediately. Let's call it this. And then one read it. Oh, this is also where I use lenses. I just so do people understand lenses, I wonder. It's just map, and then well, yeah, kind of fmap, but with like a special hex to make it go only over the first letter, and then to the first letter we just do this. Like the first thing, I suppose, and it's safe for some reason. What? That hat is magical. Okay, so it works with any traversal. It's the magical traversal, not or the simple one, I suppose. It's a simple one. Yeah, it's simple. So this means that can't change type. Anyway, let's look at the UML diagram, see what it means. Okay. Okay, if you have a folder or setter, you have it for yourself. So you can use a head thing if your thing is a setter folder for yourself. That is too powerful. Oh, look at Tmx, I suppose. It's gonna take a while because lang module is used by everything, and I changed it again. So you can look at Tmx. Yeah, let's just install it and see how it works. Yeah, I already have it open, I suppose. This is Firefox. Goodbye, Firefox. Tmx. No. It said something else. What? It's a program. Something. Let's ask the wiki. Is there a wiki? a program. And yeah, so what's the difference between a package and a program? Yeah, just more configuration available, I suppose. Anyway. But this, like, it also sets up a server, right? So it's not even a program, it should be a service. What? Yes! Why wouldn't you? What? What the hell? Why is the localization? Okay, well. It should use my system defaults. Why is it making a separate one? I don't like that. Makes me cry. I need to tell it to use 24-hour clock. Of course I don't want to tell how clock is stupid. Let's make this 10,000. So like the only my screen becomes black, right? You see that? But can people still see me? It's too dark. That's fine. Cool. What's going on? Oh, it's the compiler, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, it's a GG. It's fine. So like high CPU use is not really a problem, but high RAM, that becomes an issue. And we're gonna push more stuff in RAM now. 10,000 lines? How many? What did you say? Like 10,000 times 255 bytes. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, that's not a problem. But UTF-8, so 4. So. Okay. Yeah, we'll install it. Like even that little thing is slowing down. It's amazing. Don't hack me. Yeah, so like I have this little thing I do after watching my newly retired dad spend 2 weeks learning how to make a new folder. It became obvious that intuitive mostly means what the writer or speaker of intuitive likes. Who's Ediger? Ediger TLC. I wonder if you can heal to this. Actually, intuitive means what people have learned before. So I actually try to make my program hook up to these like preconceptions of what already exists. Because people get brainwashed into doing stupid shit. For example, like on Windows, people install access from the internet all the time, right? Which is a horrible idea. You shouldn't do that. Actually, like the App Store of Microsoft is a pretty good safety measure in principle. Even though it's like just a grip for more power, I suppose, but like, yeah, if you make something new, you should just keep in mind that people have already learned these behaviors, and that every time you go against that, you're annoying people. And you're not annoying one people who is using it in front of you, you're annoying everyone who will ever use it. Because they have learned stuff. Like that swiping stuff too, right? If your app doesn't do the swiping motion, it's just annoying, because people are used to it now, even though it doesn't really make sense as a usage. Like I've never seen, well, when I first started using smartphones, I didn't know about it, so I never really saw any of the extra menus at first, until someone showed it to me, and I was like, oh wow, cool. It's not intuitive at all, it's just learned. Don't go against the grain. You piss people off. Writing software. Fuck. Everything breaks. I should put my other phone on the charger again. It used to be the case that was the music phone, but now I suppose I'll use my laptop for streaming. I'm still busy. Yeah. Like, fixing that Tmux stuff won't make this faster. If I'm gonna change everything, it still needs to be compiled. It's gonna take ages. Ages, as I say. Blah 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 blah. So now I have Tmux. Hello Tmux. Cool, it opens that to say. That's cool. So what is a Tmux? Tmux is I think it's a daemon, right? So let's look it up. I think it's running now. No, it's not a daemon. What is a Tmux actually? What does it do? I've used it before because I had these remote servers and I wanted to mine crypto on them because I wanted to figure out if it's cost effective. It's not, but at least the ones I found, they were like fairly cheap. You get like 8 cores for $20 per month or something, which is a pretty good deal, but still was not cost effective. Anyway, yeah, so I used Tmux, but I didn't really go into what it does, or I just like started, you know, looked up the reference, what I did here. Okay, maybe if you use new session and then let's actually do that. Let's just see what happens. I just realized I don't really care. I kind of wanna maybe yeah, we're gonna what do you call it, high or something? Say there's this thing that just keeps on looping forever. Need to give the right spells to Google. Oh no. I mean, I could just write a while loop, but I wanna do it properly, right? Well, I wanna maybe learn it properly? No, I don't. Just do a while loop. Right, so just yeah. Oh, this is not gonna work. That's good. Delete it. What? What does F12 do? Oh, why do we have Fim here? I don't know. Tell me. Now I want to do the same. How do I go back in Tmux? There's like these key bindings. Yeah. Okay, they're shouting again for some reason. It's annoying. Stop shouting in my ears, man. What the hell? I can't think. Just shut up. Why do we need to do that? I hate it. There you go. Thank you. Control A. Question mark? What is control? What is CA? What is CA? Nou, doe goed hoor. I wanna go back. I just like kill it. I didn't do D, I think. That's the problem. Fuck. Maybe I need to do it after. It's fine. So dash N is name. Let's finish again, then we can stop. No, still. Template Haskell, takes ages! But like, seriously, it's like magnified by 10 now. Because my laptop is just... It can't deal with OBS anymore. Yeah, I need to maybe get a better machine. Or use the other one. The other one's more powerful, but... Yeah, maybe by the end of the year. I mean, like... Can justify it. New session does too. So touch. Dash T. Can I do like list? Okay. Windows. I thought I gave it a name. I mean, you would expect it's just default, right? But whatever. Maybe it doesn't like defaults. How do I detach? To P, Ctrl T. No. I don't know what I did. What did I do? Did I do anything? It's paused. Pause! What does do? Ctrl T. Detach? Is it still doing stuff? CA is actually CB for some reason. But the first thing they do with a cheat sheet is you like, oh, you need to redefine the default. That's great. It's fucking annoying they do that. Why would you just stick to the default, man? I don't care enough to modify it much. Kill the current thing. Oh, cool. Right, so they have like the styling window manager. God. They just build another. Oh, it's still going. Cool. Like this is just not important at all. I don't use Teamix for this because i3 is better for this. Like I've known about Teamix for a while, but I never saw the point up until I needed to actually, deal with this. And yeah, unless I want to throw it into Docker, which I don't want to do because that would be another rabbit hole. This is like relatively simple. I tried doing Nix in Docker and it's no fun. We run into all kinds of weirdness. How do I detach? Oh, that's actually kind of nifty. I don't know why. To be really quick. Oh, it's Control B, of course. Right. I want to call it shoot. Why didn't you call it shoot? Anyway. How do I quit? And just kill it. Thanks to help install me on just one single distribution. It's so arrogant. Like, yeah, everyone uses Debian and Ubuntu. Nobody does. Like, everyone has their own little crappy flavor of Linux, and it's not even helpful because people who use Ubuntu know how to do this stuff. If they don't, like, why are they even using Linux if they don't? Like, why don't they just go to the internet? I'm salty. How do I type? How do I type? I can type in here. No. Naruhodo. It's they have a terminal, right? I don't want to kill. I just want to. So I can attach from here, right? Okay. I need to give it like an. It's got SGHC, of course. Oh, this is T. Oh no, it's because I typed this. Right. Now I have two. What if I kill this one? Right! Don't do that. So let's go 0 again. Why didn't it name it? That's so annoying. The manual lied to me. Session. Window name. Session name. What's the difference between a window and a session? Well, this is all the same. So let's fetch your 0 and just kill it. And then we'll do... just say you're the same. Now you can attach the GC. Okay, cool. Now I want to try something else. What if I touch the GC? Kill this one. Cool. Oh, I can just kill the window. That's nice. So now it's running, right? Forever. So the other thing I want to do is, what happens if you do this? You won't do it. Did you do it? Duplicate session GT, yeah, I know that, but what did you do? Did you fail? Can I see the status code? Yeah, it's failure. So I suppose it didn't work. Well, we need to confirm, right? So success, yes. So what's the difference between a window and a session? And a group? Are you finished? Almost. I didn't change the ampersand, so it didn't output anything the first time. I mean the pipes. What do you call these? Pipes? So if I'm doing escape, I'm kind of in a weird dim mode, even though it's not really film. It's weird. If I do this, it works. So we have status codes, which is great. Can I tell you what shell to use? Shell command. Yeah, you have all these names, right? You have T, group name, S, session name, and N, window name. And then here T is target, not group. Why isn't it also N? Anyway, let's not complain about things too much. Let's just be happy that they made it for us, so we don't need to do this. What's the difference between a window and a session? Oh, let's just try touching and see what's happening. Okay, it's 0 GT. You just give me some help, really. They had all these Windows stuff. teacher. This one? Hmm. What's a window? Why is nobody explaining this? Do they like explain it in a manual, or are they just like, oh, it's things? Oh, it tells about it. Okay, I just clicked over it. To start to create a new session with a single window. A status line at the bottom of the screen shows the information about the current session and interactive commands. A session is a single collection of pseudo terminals. Called the collections. And there's one or more windows linked to it. A window occupies the entire screen and may be split into rectangular panes. So I should just make like a new window for each session, because that's like the idea, right? Like we just fork everything into separate windows. That's what I'm doing with Emacs too. Except they're like shallow windows, and then talking to an underlying daemon. And then Tmux will be that underlying daemon to the compilation. And like the main speedup for this is not like the entire project, right? The entire project will be still slow as fuck, but the quick ones will speed up. And yeah, that'd be good, but what I need to do is socket. Right, so it does make a server for you, which is nice. Actually, it's like a really nice design. But it's also like an old way of doing stuff, because now you can't put it in systemd. And the idea is like if you jam everything in systemd, then it will like track your entire system. I don't know, I like the design because it's like more central. You don't need to learn for every program you use what the way of doing things is. Like, in Linux we're pretty consistent usually, but it's like consistency through convention and not really enforced, whereas systemd enforces it, which is nice. I like that. There's a lot. But like, this is not what I want. I want them to just like open up a shell, and then I want to send commands to it later. So like, it's kind of this. But then I want to do stuff to the session. Just send a command to the session. Yeah, they don't do that, I think. Maybe. Maybe you should like send keyboard input to it or something. That'd be annoying. That's like a breaker actually. Then I would like rather do this properly in proper language rather than hacking too much in the shell. Because you know, it's all fun and games until it doesn't work anymore for some reason. And you debug forever. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like they would just send keyboard input. But this is keyboard input, right? I mean, if they can do it like very easily, then I suppose I don't really care. So for the browser, I don't care about using the mouse because, well, browser, it's like heavily focused. I tried using the Vim plugins, but it just doesn't work for me at all. Like, I need to read it anyway, so there's like no speed to be had to keep your hands on the keyboard. It's trivial. What is this? I suppose it's like. Oh, there's a thing. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Send keys. It's in the API. Nice. Oh, nice. But it's fine. What's a target pane? Is this a ancient doc? What is target pane? Target pane. What's a target pane? Oh, this is it. I'm thinking about how to design the file watch now then. Like, we'll get this default. Yeah, we got this default file watch, which is basically the same as before. But now, will we wait until completion? Because I need to do the GHC.js to compile it too, but it's in a different shell, so I need to wait on the other one. And if I don't wait, then my computer basically freezes because I don't have enough RAM. Solution would be maybe to not use 4 or 8 threads, because OBS is already really expensive. So. Oh well, we finished. So it's a story for another time. Anyway, I need to go to the bathroom. So we'll temporarily pause the stream here. Still no people watching, so that's fine. Yeah, talking into the void like a pro. Anyway. Am I still visible, by the way? Yeah. Yeah, the screen gives enough light. I'll be back in like 15 minutes, I suppose. I wish I could have a timer. Oh well.